Hello, true crime facts or fiction fans. Let's dive into the Bordens of 2nd Street, a portrait of life in Fall River, Massachusetts, 1892. A bustling mill town, its streets alive with the clatter of industry and the whispers of its citizens. Among them lived the Borden family, seemingly ordinary yet harboring tensions beneath the surface. Andrew Borden, the patriarch, a stern and wealthy man, known for his frugality. His second wife, Abby, perceived as cold and distant, particularly by Andrew's daughters from his first marriage, Emma and Lizzie. Lizzie, at 32, remained unmarried, an anomaly for the time. She filled her days with church activities and charitable work, but whispers circulated about her strained relationship with her stepmother and her peculiar demeanour. Theirs was a house divided, whispers of discontent seeping through the cracks of their Victorian home at 92 2nd Street. Little did they know a storm was brewing, one that would shatter the facade of normalcy and plunge their family into a chilling tale of murder and mystery. The Borden home stood as a silent sentinel to the secrets held within its walls. Behind the lace curtains and polished silver simmered resentment, fueled by Andrew's tight grip on the family purse strings and the unsettling presence of Abby as the unwelcome stepmother. The stage was set for tragedy, the characters trapped in a web of familial discord, unaware of the gruesome fate that awaited them. A gruesome discovery. The murders of Andrew and Abby Borden. The morning of August 4th, 1892, dawned like any other in Fall River. Unbeknownst to the townsfolk going about their daily business, a horror was unfolding behind the closed doors of 92 2nd Street. It was an unbearably hot summer day, the air thick with humidity. Inside the Borden home, a scene of unimaginable brutality was playing out. Andrew Borden lay sprawled on the downstairs sofa, his lifeless eyes staring blankly at the ceiling. He had been struck repeatedly in the head, his face mutilated beyond recognition. The weapon, believed to be an axe, had been wielded with such ferocity that blood splattered the walls and furniture, painting a gruesome tableau of violence. Upstairs, in a guest bedroom, lay Abby Borden, her body cold and stiff. She too had been brutally murdered, struck multiple times with the same savage force. The discovery of the bodies sent shockwaves through the community. Bridget Sullivan, the Bordens' maid, had been the first to stumble upon the carnage. Her screams pierced the heavy summer air, alerting neighbours to the unspeakable horror that had befallen the seemingly ordinary Borden household. Panic seized the town as news of the double murder spread like wildfire. Who could have committed such a heinous act, and why? The shadow of suspicion. Lizzie's strange behaviour. As investigators descended upon the Borden home, their attention quickly turned to the surviving members of the household. Bridget, the maid, was swiftly ruled out as a suspect, her alibi corroborated by neighbours. Emma, Lizzie's older sister, was away visiting friends, leaving only Lizzie at home during the murders. Lizzie's behaviour in the aftermath of the murders struck many as odd and suspicious. She appeared strangely calm and detached, displaying little emotion in the face of such a horrific tragedy. Her accounts of the morning's events were inconsistent and riddled with contradictions. She claimed to have been in the barn, looking for fishing sinkers, while her father was murdered downstairs. Yet no one could corroborate her alibi. Her demeanour during questioning raised further red flags. She seemed evasive and nonchalant, her responses often cryptic and contradictory. When pressed for details, she became defensive and withdrawn, further deepening the suspicion surrounding her. The more investigators probed, the more Lizzie's behaviour seemed to solidify their suspicions. The townsfolk, fueled by gossip and speculation, were quick to point fingers. The chilling question hung heavy in the air. Could Lizzie Borden, a seemingly devout and unassuming woman, be capable of such a brutal act? The evidence mounts, the bloody dress and the missing hatchet. As the investigation into the Borden murders intensified, investigators uncovered a series of damning pieces of evidence that pointed towards Lizzie's guilt. One of the most incriminating discoveries was a dress found in Lizzie's room, which was stained with what appeared to be blood. Lizzie claimed that she had accidentally stained the dress with paint while working on a project, but the prosecution argued that the stains were consistent with blood splatter. Another crucial piece of evidence was a missing hatchet. Investigators searched high and low for the murder weapon, but it was never found. However, in the basement of the Borden home, they discovered a hatchet head that had been recently cleaned and a broken handle that seemed to match. The prosecution argued that Lizzie had disposed of the murder weapon after cleaning it, but without the actual weapon, it was difficult to prove definitively. The lack of a murder weapon, while a significant blow to the prosecution's case, did little to quell the growing suspicion surrounding Lizzie. The bloody dress, coupled with her inconsistent alibis and peculiar behavior, painted a damning picture. The evidence, though circumstantial, seemed to weave a web of guilt around Lizzie, tightening its grip with each passing day. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe and share this video. But is this story a fact or fiction? Goodbye.